When you arrive in Kinnick Stadium, you know what's in store. Hard nose, toughness, defense, and you better bring your hat and be ready to strike somebody when you come into this black and gold cauldron to take on the Hawkeyes. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Northwestern Wildcats, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Iowa Hawkeyes. Northwestern ready to dial one up on first down. Here's the handoff. At the 40, there he goes. He's off to the races. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The explosive play set the table. Now they got to serve the feast. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Northwestern!
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play. Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Already find a hole in that secondary. Got a lot of running room. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
The Wildcats trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Northwestern. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Trying to find his man on first down. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on third and long from the 20. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. All kinds of room to the right. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Wildcats! Not content to get the fumble, they scored with the fumble. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. You know, the defense is all about stopping teams, but when you have a chance to swing momentum, scoop it and score yourself, it is such a huge play.
Yeah, you just go over to the offense and be like, bro, we don't need you today. We got this. We'll score ourselves if we have to. Great job by the defense doing what they need to do, and then go talk a little trash to the offense. Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
It's the end of the first quarter, and now time for one of the great traditions in college football, when the entire crowd here in Iowa City will turn and give a wave to the children at the University of Iowa, Stead Family Children's Hospital. Everyone engaged, and we wave and salute those kids and wish them all the best. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because
all by himself down the middle. The 20, the 10. Touchdown, Hawkeyes! And once he got loose, it was all over. After the score. We'll see if that breathes a little fire into them.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step one to getting them back in the ballgame.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's looking to throw. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Wildcats!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback. He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of a defense.
Can anyone catch him? Running inside the 20. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Iowa!
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there.
He's looking to throw. Right down the middle. Touchdown, Hawkeye! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? He'll set up to throw. Got it inside the 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Iowa!
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
They'll throw it on 1st down. He fires to the left side. And he makes the catch inside the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Northwestern!
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, heat that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Lets it fly. And that pass is intercepted. Bringing it back. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Northwestern. Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
Moving forward, though, I think we're going to see this fullback play a big role in this offense.
And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always, always remember your first interception. He'll always remember this moment.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires it down the seam. Fires into traffic, picked off. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory, and he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
Well, how about that? I mean, they knew this defense was good defending the pass, but that had more to do with who's in the secondary, not necessarily who's up front. David, his best Pollock impersonation, picking that one off.
They've moved it right to the precipice of a score, and they need 1 more yard. The big fullback's got it. Touchdown, Wildcats! And the stomping has commenced. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
The run up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will, throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, you know, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get one, actually just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollock, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.